There's a lot of rules in League of Legends. Some you have to follow because, well, it's a part of the game, but some aren't actual rules. They're just more or less expected. So here are some unspoken rules of League of Legends. Rule number 1. If you play an Earth game, or honestly any game mode that has a cannon in it, you have to go top at the start of the game. Why it was decided people should A-Rat instead of A-Ram is beyond me, but either way, if you're not going top lane fighting it out at level 1 before the minions spawn, then you're doing something wrong. Next up, always refer to everyone in the game as their champions, never their usernames. This also includes saying him or her when referring to them. This is especially true for Rek'Sai. Make sure to get it right. Number 3, and probably the most important rule, don't chase Singed. This has pretty much become the golden unspoken rule in League of Legends. Even some people who don't play League know they should never chase Singed. Speaking of chasing people, you're probably never going to catch Talon or Udyr, so don't waste your time chasing them either. Unless you're a Talon chasing the Udyr, then you might have a shot. At the end of a game, it is customary to say GG in all chat. Whether or not it was actually a good game is completely irrelevant, because at the end of the day, it's just good form. Another popular approach is saying jungle diff or top diff. If you don't know where Eve is, or honestly any invisible champions like Shaco or Twitch, then they're definitely behind you. Mundo goes where he pleases. If you get a quadra kill, always go for the pentakill. Even if there's literally no chance of you getting it, you have to fountain dive them, or at least try. The only acceptable exception to this rule is if you're playing Jhin. Then you should never go for the penta. Number 9, if you have a blitzcrank on your team, then you have to invade. There is no choice in it. It's just the expected thing to do. On that note, if you see someone saying good luck, have fun at the start of the game, it is 100% code for we're invading you. Number 11, unless you like to be slapped around, never gank an Alawi at least with ult up. Also, never gank a Heimerdinger when he has his turrets, and especially when he has Zhonya's. It's just bad news. Number 12, if you're playing Leona, you have to turret dive at level 2. Number 13, if someone starts dancing in the middle of the lane, it is a requirement to join them in their dance party and not engage in fighting until at least the minions have spawned. If you don't respect this, you're just a tool. If you're not sure if Trinimir's ultimate is up, it's definitely up. Even if he's level 5, it's still probably up. If you're a 10-0 fed ADC wondering if you can kill the 0 and 10 top laner, you can. Number 16, if you have a high ping, you must spam it in chat, most notably right after you die so people know the handicap that took you down. Because obviously you wouldn't have gone down if it weren't for the ping. Obviously. Number 17, if you hit a Q on Lee Sin, it's mandatory that you take it. If you hit a tornado on Yasuo, you have to ult. And most importantly, if you hit an E when you're playing a Kali when someone is teleporting, you have to follow up. One of the craziest things on here is that a lot of you watching aren't subscribed, so if you're enjoying, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and of course, puppy. Thank you. Number 18, never go through a portal from an enemy bard. It won't be as magical of a journey for you as it was for them. Trust me. Number 19, when the game is about to end, it's highly encouraged to keep fighting the other team in their fountain until the minions end for you. The only exception to this rule is if it's a really tight game. Otherwise, you better not be hitting the Nexus. Also, at the end of the game, right before the game ends, you have to blow every summoner spell and ability you have. Flash, Zhonya's, and Teleport are probably the most popular choices. If you have the Moo Cow Alistar skin, you must at all costs spam the crap out of the cowbell. No exceptions. If you have even a 0.01% chance of successfully backdooring for the win, you have to go for it, and also shout XPeke in the process. If you're playing anyone with a hook like Blitzcrank, you must flash your masteries after every pull, even if it's a miss. And if you're playing Yasuo, you have to spam your masteries until it doesn't allow you for the entire game. Number 25, and one of the most important rules for any League of Legends player, is you can never end on a loss. You don't want to get off League in a bad mood. Not that League would put you in a good mood, but you still don't want to end on a loss. Number 26, question mark pings are a universal language. It isn't just for when your laner is missing, nay, it is for everything. Someone flashes into a wall. Someone does an insane outplay on their team. Someone does an insane outplay on your team. You miss an ability. You hate someone on your team. You die for an unexpected reason. Someone's not moving or AFK. Someone's literally just minding their own business, playing the game, and doing absolutely nothing wrong. Not because you have to, but just because you can. Number 27, if there's a Shaco, Jarvan, or Twitch jungler on the other team, you're going to get ganked at level 2. If you're playing against an Ivern jungle, you're going to get invaded for your buff. Number 29, if you lived with 1 HP, you have to say not even close, even if you were clenching the whole time. Number 30, if it didn't work fighting the now fed Darius 6 times in a row, it will probably work the 7th, or at least that's what most people think. Never let Susan free farm in the top lane, or it just won't end well. If someone on your team lands a 5-man knock-up, sleep, or stun, you are required to not move until that stun is over, and you must also watch whoever stunned them die before engaging yourself. Never mention when you're in your promos to anyone. It is just a good rule of thumb. Never take jungle camps that are about to be taken by your jungler. It's one thing to take camps when your jungler isn't nearby, but taking it when they're just on the camp behind you is being a bit tooly. If you fail flash in any way, it's just proper manners to sit still for a few seconds and think about what you've done. If you want to live, never Zhonya's next to a Caitlyn. It doesn't end well. Another classic is that you better nerf Aurelia. Once in a rare moon, someone will challenge someone to a Baron Pit or Dragon Pit 1v1, and everyone in the game must honor it. Don't be that guy that screws it up. If you don't want to die, stand behind Braum. If you're playing ADC, you should honor your support. Playing ranged top laners is a sin. No matter how bad you screwed up, as long as you say worth in chat, it automatically becomes worth. Never be the dick who tries to steal a penta, unless it's your friend. F is for flash and D is for dance. You always have to participate in an invade even if you're top, because you know if you're not there, there will be a fight. If an enemy complains about being ganked or camped, then you must continue to gank them until the end of time. Kill the Yuumi or Soraka first. And if it's only Soraka you're playing against, still kill the Yuumi first. If you want the right to tell your team to do something better or differently, then don't do it right after you die or it'll come off toxic. Instead, do it right after they die. If someone purposely wastes their flash in front of you, the only proper response is to use your flash as well. Taking the lantern is optional but frowned upon if you have flash up. Now on to some Aram rules. On Aram, you have to run mid as fast as you can and start fighting it out at level 3. On Aram, it's especially forbidden to end the game by hitting the Nexus. You have to let the minions end. Never surrender in Aram. Dick move. Always use your rerolls for others in Aram, even if you have the champion you want. Don't be the dick who steals someone's champion when they're rolling for the team. If someone uses a skin boost, it's just good manners to use that skin even if you have a better one. Always ping when you're going for the heal on Aram. Always let whoever is lowest take the relic on Aram first, is what most people would say, but I say it's best to flash for the shrine when you're full health to assert your dominance. Don't be toxic in Aram. That's for Summoner's Rift. If you're losing in Aram, feel free to blame the jungler. If you hit a snowball, you have to take it. No exceptions. If you don't want to follow this rule, then don't take snowball. And finally, one of the most important rules, please feed the poros. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if I missed any unwritten rules in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye. Thanks Josh Poo for being a tier 3 patron, and thank you so much to all my other patrons as well. Sharka Shambles, We Hat, Orion, and Sapster. You guys are all amazing. Peace.